You can't even flinch? What are you, some kind of statue? The boy sneered, his voice cutting through the quiet hum of tourists. A group of high school students had crowded near the tomb of the unknown soldier, their teacher pleading for silence, but one boy wasn't listening. He stepped forward, eyes glittering with mischief, and leaned inches from the stoic guard's face. The soldier didn't move, not a blink, not a twitch. The bully smirked. Bet you wouldn't even stop me if I did this. And before anyone could react, he cocked his fist back and drove it straight into the guard's chest. Gasps ripped through the crowd. A mother clutched her child's hand. The teacher shouted his name, but the soldier didn't stumble. He didn't groan, he just shifted his stance with mechanical precision, locking his jaw like granite. Then came the sound. A sharp, bone-rattling crack that silenced every whisper. The bully staggered back, his hand trembling. His smirk was gone, replaced with a twisted grimace. Seconds later, his knees buckled and his teeth, white chips of arrogance, spat from his mouth onto the stone floor. The crowd erupted, some screaming, others frozen, their phones shaking in disbelief as they captured every second. But the guard, he didn't move. He didn't even acknowledge the chaos unraveling at his feet. He remained exactly as he was trained, stone still, eyes locked forward, guarding the sacred tomb of heroes who could no longer speak for themselves. The teacher rushed to the fallen boy, panic written across her face. Blood trickled from his lip as he coughed, clutching his jaw. His classmates stared in stunned silence, some wide-eyed with shock, others hiding smiles they couldn't suppress. The guard's partner, standing nearby, finally stepped forward with the precision of a machine. His booming voice cut through the tension like a blade. "Remove yourselves from the area immediately." Security swarmed within moments, gripping the bully by both arms and dragging him away. He struggled, shouting incoherently, but the sight of his own blood soaking his shirt quieted him fast. The teacher pleaded with the officers, but their faces remained cold, professional. Rules were rules, and today her student had crossed a line no one dared to cross. As the chaos cleared, the crowd's whispers turned into something else. A quiet reverence. Children clutched their parents' hands tighter. Veterans in the audience wiped away tears. And slowly, the reality sank in. The guard hadn't fought back. He hadn't broken his silence, yet the boy had destroyed himself, trying to break the unbreakable. Midway through the commotion, an older man in the crowd lowered his cap, his voice heavy with memory. "That guard is doing more than standing still," he murmured. "He's carrying every soldier who never made it home." His words spread like fire through the silence, and suddenly everyone understood. For those guards, discipline wasn't just training, it was devotion. The tomb of the unknown soldier represented every mother who never got to bury her son, every child who grew up without a father, every comrade who never knew what happened to his friend in battle. To mock that sacred duty wasn't just disrespect, it was desecration. The bully didn't know that story. He didn't know that every step the guard took was measured, every movement drilled until it was perfection. He didn't know that no matter the weather, blazing heat, freezing rain, hurricanes, those guards never left their post. They endured so others could honor the nameless heroes lying beneath their boots. But the world knew now. The crowd had seen something unforgettable. Arrogance crumble before sacrifice. Ego shatter against devotion. And for the first time in his life, that boy realized fists couldn't win him respect. His punch had been met with silence, and silence had been stronger. Later, as footage of the event spread online, millions would replay the moment again and again. They'd see the smirk, the punch, the soldier's stillness, and finally the teeth scattering across the stone. Comment sections filled with the same words: respect, discipline, unshakable. Veterans from every branch weighed in, praising the guards, reminding the world of the cost of freedom. And buried under those comments, one voice stood out, the bully's own. Weeks later, his jaw wired shut, he posted a trembling apology. "I thought it was funny. I thought it was just a game. But that guard showed me something no one ever had. What it means to stand for something bigger than yourself. I was wrong. I'm sorry." He wasn't forgiven instantly. He didn't deserve to be. But his humiliation had given the world a chance to remember the silent sacrifice of those who never came home. His mistake became their story, his arrogance became their lesson. Strength isn't in fists or fury. True strength is standing tall, unshaken, for those who no longer can. As the crowd dispersed that day, one by one, people paused to bow their heads before the tomb. No one dared whisper, no one dared mock. The only sound that remained was the sharp, rhythmic click of the guards' boots, echoing against eternity. If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button, and drop a karma in the comments below.